All right, there we go. We're back for our 20th episode, 44th episode total. Our 20th episode. 20th episode of Below the Surface, 19th with the two of us. We're a little late recording this at just before 1:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday. I've been having some car issues recently, and it's been incredibly fucking frustrating. And it's cost me a fair amount of time and a fair amount of money. It's going to cost me even more money than I ever wanted to put in to something like this. But that's why everything's running a little behind, running a little late. But that is fine. We're here now. We also hope that maybe there would be a little bit more news to talk about by Tuesday, which is kind of why we pushed it off. There hasn't really been anything like crazy, super significant. We are going to talk about the fights that happened this past Saturday. You know, you might have heard they were going on. There were some pretty big ones. Before we do that, though, I would rather talk about just for a little bit. You know, I don't have my car. And I walked to the store yesterday because I walked to a gas station yesterday because I needed to pick up some different things, and it was the closest thing to me, a little less than a mile away. I wanted to talk about how great gas station food was, because you and I both love gas station food.
This is my favorite subject we've had besides boat food. So let's
I was gonna say we did fucking boat food quite a few episodes back. Another fucking great category of food that does not get mentioned nearly enough. But gas station food is just so fucking good. There's something about food that's been left out under a heat lamp for an undetermined amount of time that makes
Especially
it so fucking good.
Grease that's never been changed. You get all the flavors, you know?
Never been changed. It's like, there's some Asian places that do like a perpetual stew. We talked about this, not on the podcast, but just in the past, you know, and they're a plate that have been going for years and have just like never stopped it, always kept it rolling. That's kind of what that grease is like it's the Americanized version. That's what the grease is like in those gas stations. Never been changed out. You just get all that great flavor. And then they cook all that food and they just set it out under that heat lamp, just waiting for you, trying to catch your eye. I picked up some cheeseburgers yesterday, and I do think cheeseburgers might be like the best hot gas station food. There's just something about them. You know, they're wrapped in that foil. The cheese is like, you know, half of it's on the fucking burger and then the other half is just stuck to the foil. They're so fucking good. No, go ahead.
Cut it in. I was going to say about the gas station cheeseburgers. I had my buddy at my regular gas station back home, like way back home. I reached for a cheeseburger one time when he had just put out there, and he looked at me, he said, no, grab the other one that had been out. And he's like, because it has time for the bun to steam. You know, when it's sitting in there under that thing, you get like the meat juices steaming into the bun. It's just like way more. It's not just bread. It's like, it's an experience, you know. But no, continue with what you were saying.
Yeah. No, steamed buns are fucking excellent. You know, they really are great. Like if you were going to cook like the best burger you could, you know, possibly make just at home, you got to steam the bun. That's just the way to do it. I was going to mention something specifically about the cheeseburgers. What was it going to be? Bad time to lose your train of thought on a podcast.
Shit, my bad. I interrupted you. Yeah.
No, I was just, damn.
I got another one.
There it goes.
They have at gas stations. Oh, you got it. Maybe when we'll see if the thought can.
There it went. No, it's floating away.
It's floating away. Shit, fucking tater babies. It's probably my top gas station food. You know, and not everybody calls them tater babies. Maybe it's like a Mid-South thing, but I've mentioned it to other people, and they're just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Actually, see, I've mentioned it in East Tennessee, and they looked at me funny. In West Tennessee, they knew what I was talking about. But, you know, just little slices of potatoes fried up real good, you know.
I think, like what most people would call fucking potato wedges.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're called.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, they're very good. Also, like the popcorn chicken is very good. Really, any kind of chicken thing you can get, I guess, like chicken tenders, fucking chicken sandwiches. Kind of the same deal as the burgers. Oh yeah, no, I do remember what I was going to say. It was a very minor fucking thing, but like all these people talk about like their favorite fucking, like which place has the best burger. Is it In-N-Out? Is it fucking Shake Shack? Is it Five Guys? Whatever. No, it's your fucking local gas station. Go down there and get you a couple of burgers. Fuck going out to In-N-Out and whatever else. Fuck that. Go to your local gas station and pick you up a couple of burgers and tell me they aren't the best burgers you've ever had.
Shit, yeah. What's
I can guarantee.
While we're on this subject, let's see if we can get a sponsor here. Quick Trip is top gas station. It's like Quick Trip, Buc-ee's. I guess those are the biggest ones I've been to. But like, I feel like you get the most. I mean, it's those tacos. Those brisket tacos. You can't really fuck those up. They're tremendous. You can eat like 50
fucking
of them.
Good. Yeah, it's they do. These Quick Trip does, they'll do a pork, a chicken, and a brisket taco. And the pork and the chicken are all right. But those brisket tacos they cost a little extra. But they're definitely worth it. They're very fucking good. Like anytime I go into a Quick Trip, I have to grab me at least 2 of them. At least. It feels like a waste if I don't. Why even go to the Quick Trip has other good food in there too, but like you got to get some of the tacos. They also have great mac and cheese, by the way. I don't know, if you're going to get you a couple of tacos, get you a side of that mac and cheese too. It has the, it's got like the burnt fucking top, a little bit. Oh man.
Shit, yeah.
It's good. It's so good. It's so good. You'll just see it sitting there and it didn't cost anything, just a couple of bucks it's not like a big side of mac and cheese you get, but it's so fucking good. Yeah, you mentioned Buc-ee's. I've only been to Buc-ee's once. I've lived in Texas for almost 2 years now. I've only been one time. It was the first place I ate at when I came to Texas. I was, I kind of split my drive up into 2 days, and the first place I ate at in Texas was Buc-ee's, and I got the. Of course, if you go for the first time, you got to get the beaver nuggets. And some barbecue, of course. You got to get the barbecue. They chop it all up right there in front of you. I got like a chopped brisket sandwich. And see, the trick, I feel like with Buc-ee's, I did only go one time, but I've heard other people make a similar complaint about it, is like the food there is very good, but the sandwiches can be a little dry. So if I can get you some extra barbecue sauce, if you're going to take the time to go into the Buc-ee's and look around and look at all the different food they have, get you some barbecue. Definitely do it, but get you a little extra barbecue sauce too, so that you're not just chowing through a dry ass sandwich. They also had some
get a drink.
Yeah, get a drink. They also had some like fudge bites or something. I don't remember exactly what they were called. I did like a quick Google search to try to find them before this, and I couldn't find them, but they're very good. They're like one of the best like chocolate dessert snack things I've ever had. They're very good. They're like, I don't know what else to call them other than like brownie bites. They're kind of like, if I remember correctly, they're more towards like the cashier section, kind of like the beaver nuggets are and shit. And I just saw them and I picked them up. They look good, and goddamn, they were good. They were super good. Let me see. Pizza's also not a bad.
Place.
It is a great place. The bathroom's very clean. They pride themselves on it.
They have a weak their drink selection for a store as big as it is kind of disappointing. But you were about to say something else. What were you about to say?
I think pizza. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Well, not specifically Buc-ee's pizza, but just like gas station pizza in general. If you can grab you a slice like from a Casey's, and it's hard to beat. Just a little slice. It's like, we don't live in New York. We can't go to a pizza place and just get it by the slice and everything like that. But if you live near a Casey's, you can. And I don't know that it's as good as New York pizza. I've never made my way up that north, but it is pretty good for gas station pizza. And they have a breakfast pizza, which is also fucking very good. You ever do?
I like that. Was it Hunt's Brothers, or it's like the green logo? You see it on the side of the building when you pull up, and it's like they have the hunk of pizza or whatever that shit is, or Godfather's pizza. Fucking that shit's good. Either one of those, you get a little personal pan. It's just right for a fucking just hit the road.
Oh, it's so good, dude. I've eaten plenty of those, like those personal pan pizzas they do. I've eaten a lot of them. They're so good. It's hard not to grab one. Let me see. You ever do any of the hot dogs or the nacho stations they got at those places?
I don't know if our audio's fucked up on your end. It's kind of fucking up on my end, but yeah, as you said, hot dogs, corn dogs, all that shit.
I like hot. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're good now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like they'll have the stations where you can you can make your own hot dogs and nachos and shit. Do you ever do any of that?
Oh yeah, you get them off the roller. You put the cheese on there with the cheese and the ketchup both on the hot dog one time. Get that steamed bun out of the bottom of that thing. That shit's so good, so underrated. I don't usually get those other weird sausages and shit, but
yeah, I haven't done it in a while. Of course, they'll also have like the taquitos in that same roller. The hot dogs will be rolling right next to the taquitos, and I feel like they're hit or miss. They can be good, but sometimes they're not as good.
I can't make myself do it. I don't trust what's inside that fucking little Crispito looking motherfucker. Yeah, that's all you. That shit. The hell no. That hot dog. You know you're getting mystery meat, and that other thing. It's like, what the fuck is that?
What do you mean?
I went on a streak there where I was just trying. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say I don't know that the meat that's in the taquito is more mysterious than the hot dog. I feel like they're both just shrouded in mystery.
Yeah, you're all right. It is just what a fucking vile thing, but it's all right. I fucking love it. I went through a phase probably. I think it was last summer where I was just fucking every different gas station I go to, I had to get 2 fucking corn dogs, just try them out. I'm like I love gas station food. Like I love the gas station, the food, the fucking clothes. Go to your local gas station. Usually a fucking marathon's pretty good for it, and you can get like some t-shirt no other motherfucker has.
Oh yeah.
Other weird fucking little trinkets and shit.
Yeah, I love that shit. I could just walk around gas stations just looking at the like different clothes and fucking that shot. They always have a bunch of shot glasses. Always. I went into a gas station near Memphis a while back, and they had shot glasses from other states. It wasn't even just Tennessee shot glasses. It was there were shot glasses from like Utah and Montana, just different states all through there. Yeah, it was great. See, I could look at that stuff just all fucking day. I love little shit like that. Of course, playing cards, like decks of cards. Of course, I love stuff like that. When a place has a unique deck of cards, I always have to scoop me up. Not always, but a lot of times I'll scoop me up one of them. I don't know why you need to go anywhere else to do your shopping. Actually, they have food, they have drinks, they have clothes, they have everything pretty much, except for liquor in a lot of places.
All kinds of shit, liquor. They got beer. Hell, you can figure something out. What's another one? They also got they got all kinds of medicines and shit. They got legal drugs and like fucking ibuprofen and shit, and then they got some weird trucker pills and shit. They just will fuck you up in 9 different ways.
Yeah.
Or just do nothing at all. But
yeah, it's probably just fucking speed mixed into a pill, just ready for you to take it and not ask any questions.
It's good shit.
No, just before we fucking get off the gas station thing, there's 2 foods in there that I fucking would never touch within a million years. I see them every time I go in there. There's 2 fucking tuna sandwiches and egg salad sandwiches.
Disgusting. Why would you fucking eat something? I don't know why you would eat that shit anyways. but it's just fucking.
Yeah. You just see it sitting there, and it just looks sad. It looks like it doesn't belong because it's next to like the ham and the turkey and everything like that, and that's all good and fine. But you're going to go to a gas station and pick out the tuna sandwich, you see? I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe.
I feel like you got. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know our exact listener base, but I don't know how much they'll enjoy this. It's like you're either going to get something at a gas station that you're going to shit your brains out, or you won't shit for like 2 days. It's like you want to lean towards the not shitting since you're on a road trip, but I feel like those weird egg salad sandwiches will do the opposite. I don't know. I don't fuck with them, but
no. It's like tuna and egg salad. Neither of those would be my go-to. Like anyway, anywhere, anytime. Not really my cup of tea, but I'm damn sure not going to get them at a gas station. I will say though, just to piggyback off your last point there, I did eat some egg rolls from a gas station one time. Of course, they came in like a little fucking thing, like chicken tenders come in. They were just stacked up there, and I was like, you know what? I was doing a little bit of drinking, and I thought some gas station egg rolls sounded pretty good. And boy, I was wrong. I regretted it. Not that long afterwards, actually. It was a fairly expedited process.
It's so crazy because you have like so many feet of colon or fucking intestines, and that shit it's like your body's like, fuck you, what are you thinking? It sends it out.
Yeah, it had the egg rolls had like a fast pass, like you get at Disney, skip straight to the front of the line. It's like fuck what you ate earlier, we're coming out right now. And
fuck that
it was
shit.
not pleasant. There were probably like 4 of them in that little thing, and I ate every single one of them because why wouldn't I? And of course they were like everything else. They had been sitting out under that heat lamp for God knows how long. They might have been sitting there for fucking 3 days because what idiot is going to pick up the egg rolls at the gas station other than me?
God damn.
I knew a guy one time that got sick off. He got some gas station at a sushi, or he got some sushi at a gas station. I'm not even drinking on this episode, but here we are. Yeah, no, he got some sushi at a gas station, and boy, it fucked him up. He was out of commission for like at least 2 days, maybe 3. Fucked him up. I'm not a sushi guy, but if I was a sushi guy, I damn sure wouldn't be getting it from a fucking gas station, I don't think.
Yeah. When you were talking about those other 2 things, sushi is the first thing I thought of. I was like, no. But I mean, that's not even like, you shouldn't really probably get sushi anywhere that says fresh fish and you're not by a body of water. And fucking, there's not really that many gas stations. Well, I guess there's gas stations. I don't know. I'm in an inland state. I don't live near shit. So fucking, I guess I live near some lakes. I guess. But there ain't no fish. No, you just don't get fish at a gas station unless you are in Florida or something, like a very coast. You need to be. You don't. Not even in like fucking New Orleans or something. You need to be like in like like completely surrounded by water before you get gas station fish.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're just rolling the dice. You're like, this is either going to go fine or I'm going to shit my brains out in a minute. Fuck it, just let's see. Let's figure it out. I don't know. There's so many other foods there. I don't know that that's really what I would be.
I've never done gizzards. I don't really have a fucking desire to. I see those once in a while, but those usually disappear. You got to like go in during lunch to get to see them.
Yeah, chicken liver and gizzards are pretty common. They do go fast. There's people that like love them. I don't hate them. They're all right. I mean, they're fried up and everything like that, so they're not bad. But it's just it's organ meat, so like it has a strange texture. It's not quite like biting into like a popcorn chicken bite. It just has I don't even really know how to describe it. Like a kind of a
is it chewy?
Gritty. Yeah, I mean, it's softer. And
chewy like a fucking That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
a little chewier. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they're not bad. I don't mind them, but there are people that really love them. So yeah, if you're gonna, if you got a place that's serving those up, you got to go get them quick, because there are people that will come in there and just get them by like the bag full. Yeah, no, gas stations are fucking great places to get food. I don't know. I mean, shit, go to your local gas station, fucking support them, help them out. Go get you some cheeseburgers and some goddamn chicken and whatever else they have.
Yeah. Let us know how it goes. Yeah. Next post you see from the Bonfire Pod, comment your favorite gas station food.
Yeah. Someone go get a tuna sandwich and tell me how it is from the gas station.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know. I don't have the nerve to go get it myself. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there has to be a fraction of listeners that really enjoy gas station food like we do. But I imagine a lot more of them enjoy MMA fights. So let's transition.
Look at that fucking transition. Shit.
Not the smoothest, but fucking, we had to get there at one way or the other. Yeah, we had some pretty big fights this past weekend. Of course, I mean, I'm sure everybody that watches MMA has heard by now, but we've got two new champions, not just one like everyone was expecting. We have two new champions. We have some killers in the middleweight and welterweight divisions. Kind of want to start from the bottom up, and not going to get to like every fight, but there were great fights, just like all through the prelims. It was a very good card. Not really any complaints. All but one of the fights in the main card was a finish. So, like I said, two new champs, a lot of exciting fights. The early prelims closed off with Ian Gary and Song Kanan fighting, and it was a pretty good fight, but it kind of became clear as the fight went on that Ian Gary was the better fighter, and he ended up getting the TKO. And he's from Ireland, and he kind of brands himself as like the next Conor McGregor. So he gets the TKO win, looks real good doing so. Does the Billy strut after he gets the win, and I saw. I'm going to see if I can find it here real quick just while I'm talking about it. But Conor McGregor quote tweeted him and said something like, "I see a future champion," or something like that, which I have to imagine feels pretty good, being an Irish fighter, kind of on your way up, and get a shout out from somebody like Conor McGregor. Yeah, that's what he said. He said, "I see a champion," with the Irish flag emoji out next to it. So I imagine that felt pretty good. Also, Conor McGregor, someone that we're going to see in action later this year against Michael Chandler. And Dana White mentioned it, I think, at the post-fight press conference that, things between him and Chandler are getting a little testy. Had a little bit of an altercation at one of the filmings. So I don't know when that season comes out. I think maybe it comes out next month or maybe the month after that. But going to be a lot of fun to watch regardless. Let me see.
My audio was fucked up there for a second. I missed about the past 2 minutes of what you said, but I'm back in it now. I caught in. I'm assuming you're in was it Michael Chandler, Connor? Yeah, when are they starting that? Are they doing episode by episode, or is it going to all come out at one time?
No, I think it'll be episode by episode. I can't remember when it starts. They're like filming now. I think maybe the new season starts next month, but I'm not 100% sure. I just don't really know. But yeah, that'll be fun to watch. Ian Gary had a great performance. Just kind of going up through the prelims here some. I don't remember much of the fight. It's been a couple of days now, but Amanda Ribas fought in the prelims, and she's the one that had the black belt in like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and judo. She was throwing Araujo around, got the decision win, everything like that. I found out the other day that she's ranked in 2 different divisions. She's top 15 in both the women's flyweight and the women's strawweight division. So, got to look out for her in both of those divisions. Very impressive to be ranked in two divisions. So that was pretty cool to see.
Did you mention Damon Blackshear and Fareed? Was it Basharat? Is that how you say that? I don't know.
Oh, no. I skipped over that one, but that was
I think that was dog shit. I think Blackshear got it. It also fucked up my nice parlay, but so still, that was. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was early. I don't necessarily remember every bit of how that one went down, but from what I remember, it could have gone. I don't know. It could have gone either way, but I don't know. Whatever. Fucking. I just want to throw that in there. If Blackshear wants to come on this podcast, I got your fucking back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that would be. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't remember the specifics of that fight. I do remember thinking it probably could have gone either way. Yeah, a little later in the prelims, we had Dricus du Plessis and Derek Brunson, and we got to see something that you pretty much never see. We got to see a corner throwing in the towel. It was late in the second round. Like, I think they stopped the fight like right as the bell was ringing, and Derek Brunson was out of it. Dricus du Plessis was on top of him, hitting him. He looked out of it. And it was the end of the second round. I guess maybe you could say, he gets 30 seconds on the stool and send him back out there. But if it just looks like it's going to go the same way that it was, hats off to his corner for throwing in the towel. It's something you pretty much never see. I think, honestly, the only other time, I'm sure maybe it's happened some other times. The only other time I can remember a corner throwing in the towel was it was when Nate Diaz fought somebody. I'm trying to remember who he fought. Let me see. Let me scroll down through here. Fucking figure that shit out. It was Josh Thompson. He was fighting Josh Thompson back in 2013, and his brother, Nick Diaz, threw in the towel. He got dropped by a head kick. He was eating some punches, and that's the only time I can remember, 2 different corners throwing in the towel. So very rare thing to see. Hats off to them for stopping that fight, knowing that their fighter was hurt and was not really, they just, obviously they didn't think the situation was going to improve. I think they were probably right. Something we need to see more often too. People say it all the time, but it is primarily the referee's job to look out for the safety of a fighter. It does rest primarily with them, but corners also share some of that responsibility. Hence why they, have the power to stop the fight by throwing in the towel. And we could sit here all day and talk about fights where we've seen that a ref should have stopped it or a corner should have stepped in and stopped it. We'd be here all day talking about those kinds of fights. And so, to see a corner actually throw in the towel, it's kind of neat to see. Let your fighter take as little damage as possible given the situation they're in, and they'll live to fight another day. Derek Brunson's a top, they released the rankings the other day. I can't remember exactly where he's ranked, but he's a top 10 guy at middleweight. He'll be good. He'll be fine. And I think Dricus du Plessis is ranked number 5 now, I believe. So we got some new blood there going into the 185 division.
Shit. How about this main card? Bo Nickel getting his fucking debut.
Yeah.
He's good. He's fucking one strong sumbitch. Fucking.
He is good. He very clearly had a game plan and stuck to it. He was going to wrestle his ass off, and that's what he did. I will say I did see that Jamie Pickett, the guy that he beat, is going to challenge the result of the fight because he got kneed in the groin before Bo Nickel took him down. And he did get kneed in the groin. I've seen like the replays and everything like that. He definitely did. They should have been separated. He should have been given time to recover. He said he's going to appeal to the commission, try to get that result overturned. I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I guess you could argue whether it should happen, but the commission is almost certainly not going to overturn it just because that's not really something that they do. I mean, they'll do it for like a failed drug test or something, but in situations like this, they typically don't. And it sucks too because it kind of takes away from Bo Nickel's moment. Like he did look very good.
It's a fair argument too. That sucks. Get hit in the dick. What are you supposed to do? That does, I feel like, make you fucking weak there for a minute.
Yeah, especially with the way them guys are throwing knees. Yeah, I bet it didn't feel good. It sucks for Jamie Pickett. It really does. But I don't think the fight will get overturned. Maybe I'll be surprised. I mean, Bo Nickel did look good. He's going to be a problem. I've said it before, but he's going to be a guy that a lot of other fighters are not going to want to fight. You get those guys, those really strong wrestling-based guys. A lot of people just don't want to fight them, because they know what kind of fight they're in for. They know their wrestling's not up to par. I mean, there's not a lot of people whose wrestling is up to par with Bo Nickel, so he's he might have a little bit of issue fighting or finding some opponents. And he did just beat Jamie Pickett, who, is a very good fighter in his own right. I don't know how many people will be signing up to fight him, but I am excited to see where his career goes. I do think he gives a fair amount of people in middleweight problems. He's a specialist. You don't see a lot of those in MMA anymore, but like wrestling is the best base for MMA, and he is just a much better wrestler than everybody else in the division. It's like a video game. He put all of his points in wrestling. It'll be fun to see. I don't know. I think there are some fun fights there they could make. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of strikers at 185 too. Is the thing? Well, I don't know. Fucking Khamzat's moving up to 185. That's the word anyway.
I don't think they would they'd make that one yet. I think that'd probably be. I think Khamzat would probably take that as a fucking insult. Nothing against fucking Bo Nickel, but it will happen in the next. If they both keep up at the rate they're going right now, that's like in the next 2 or 3 years that'll happen for sure.
Yeah. I think Khamzat's eyeing some of those top 5 guys. I think he sees a real clear path to the title, and I can't really blame him. I mean, you see like Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya fighting for the belt. Like those are the 2 top guys. I mean, I don't really know what they would do against somebody who can grapple as well as Khamzat. So I don't know if Bo Nickel keeps it up. If he keeps wrestling well and winning fights. I mean, all of his MMA fights have ended in first round finishes so far. So I mean, if he's able to keep that kind of success up, there's no telling how far he might shoot up these middleweight rankings. I mean, hell, the current champion has less than 10 fights in MMA, I believe. He joined the UFC not that long ago. Of course, he had a whole bunch of kickboxing experience and everything like that. But he's got eight pro MMA fights, and he is the UFC middleweight champion. So, seeing Bo Nickel rise up to the top might happen a lot faster than anybody thinks. And I don't know. I think it'll be pretty exciting.
It's good shit.
Yeah, before we go on to the rest of the main card, I did want to highlight fucking Cody Garbrandt closing out the prelims. He got him a win. I feel like I should have a sound effect for every time Cody Garbrandt gets a win, because it's been a while. I would have only used the sound effect 2 times in the past 6 years, but
damn, that's fucking.
He got him a win. He did a convincing win too. He very clearly won that fight. He's had such an odd career trajectory. A lot of people in that bantamweight division have, but Cody Garbrandt in particular is a confusing case. Like he started off as like one of the hottest prospects in the bantamweight division, undefeated, came into the UFC, knocking everybody out. Knocked out like Thomas Almeida and Takia Mizugaki, and then he got him a title fight with Dominic Cruz, and he did to Dominic Cruz what Dominic Cruz does to everyone else. Just constantly bobbing in and out, using his footwork to overwhelm people, just shit like that. Like Cody Garbrandt looked perfect. There's not a lot of times, I've seen a lot of great performances. It's very rare to see something you would call a perfect performance. And that's what Cody Garbrandt did on that night in 2016. He looked perfect. And it was just wild to see. Like somebody that was kind of known for being, like a brawler type, just knocking people out. Like he went out there and utilized footwork and movement, and he was cutting angles, and he was dancing in the octagon, taunting Dominic Cruz. And he just dominated him. I mean, dominated might not be the right word. Dominic Cruz did win at least one or two of those rounds, but he looked as good as you can imagine Cody Garbrandt looking. And then it just kind of all went downhill from there. That was really it. I mean, you get knocked out 3 times in a row, 2 times by TJ Dillashaw, who, that was a great rivalry when that happened. Former training partners. TJ moved camps, a lot of bad blood. You fight the guy and he knocks you out 2 times. He gets knocked out 3 times in a row. He comes back and he looks like he's back in fucking Cody Garbrandt shape, knocks out Rafael Assunção. Great knockout with like 1 or 2 seconds left on the clock. He's moving around, fucking shit like that. Drops 2 more fights, but hey, he's back in the win column. Congratulations, Cody Garbrandt. I know it feels good. It must feel good. It has to, after having a rough couple of years, former champion, everything like that, to get a win like that has to, I don't know. Yeah, it just has to feel pretty good. Before we get to those title fights, though, there's a guy at 170 pounds named Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Holy fuck. He's a killer.
Who's a problem. Who is a big problem. Big problem, son. He is dangerous. Dangerous is a fucking great word to describe him. He's 17-0 after last weekend, and he has finished every single one of those fighters he's fought. Every one of them. He's never gone to a decision. He's never lost a fight. Former M1 welterweight champion. He's got finishes over people like Alex Pereira, Neil Magny, now Jeff Neal, who's a very good fighter. And I believe if this is up to date right here, he is number 6.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. He's number 6. Yeah, the people in Comsat, he's moving up, isn't he? Yeah. So he's
moving up. Yeah. So there's a lot of talk now about what to do with Shavkat Rakhmonov. And let me pull up these rankings here real quick, because Leon Edwards and Usman is happening. Is that happening this month or next month?
I think it's this month. I think it's the 28th. I might be wrong about that.
Oh, damn. It's even closer. It's the 18th.
Shit. That's is that this week? No.
No, it's next week, though. It's not, like the weekend after this one, we get to see a welterweight title fight. God, that's so crazy. That's going to be a lot of fun.
So who's up? What's coming next? Who's he going to fight? Who's Shavkat going to fight?
Well,
is he going to have to beat the fuck out of Bilal? Who has a fight coming up?
Okay, so I know. So Gilbert Burns is ranked 5 right now, and he's going to fight Jorge Masvidal, who's at 11.
April 8th. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Bilal has a fight lined up.
I don't see one.
I don't think he does. No, he does not have one lined up as of right now. Neither does Colby Covington, for what it's worth.
That'd be fun to see.
Those are 2 potential. Yeah, I mean, let me see. You have to assume that whoever he fights next, it's probably going to be like a title contender fight. I would have to imagine. Of course, I'm sure the UFC's plans kind of depend on who wins between Edwards and Usman this third time they're going to fight. I think, just throwing a fucking prediction out there, I think Usman will get his belt back. He was winning pretty much all of that fight up until the final minute when he got rocked with a head kick. Absolutely fucking knocked out with one. But
see,
I expect him to get that belt back.
I'd like to see, because I like him, I'd like to see Bilal get a shot at the fucking belt after whoever wins against that fight, and I want fucking Shavkat to fight fucking Colby. But I don't know, because I'm sure those other two, I'm sure Bilal and fucking Colby are holding out to fucking for a title shot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think, that's why the outcome of that fight between Usman and Edwards is going to be so important, because like if Usman does get his belt back, I think it's really hard to sell another fight between him and Colby. I mean, he's already beat the guy twice, you know? So I think it's a tough sell. But Bilal Muhammad has been there for a long time. He's got this, he's got this long unbeaten streak. You know, he's like 8 wins and a no contest, you know? Like he's been active. He's been fighting multiple times a year. He fought 4 times in 2021. You know, beating good guys too. Damian Maia, Stephen Thompson, Vicente Luque, beat Sean Brady last couple months ago. I mean, I think he has a case, for why he should be fighting for the title. How would he do against Usman? I don't know. A lot of people didn't really give Leon Edwards a shot against Usman, but all it took was one powerful ass head kick to change people's opinion of him. I don't know. I wouldn't really mind. I wouldn't really mind seeing Bilal fight for the title next. I do think he kind of deserves it. Shavkat and Colby would be crazy. I mean, if you're looking for a test on how good you are in the 170 division, I think Colby's a great guy to fucking test that. He's just such a killer, man. Like, I don't know. Well, he was in control of the whole fight, pretty much. And like, it just kind of felt like, the fight had been going on. We were running a little late into the third, right? It kind of just felt like Shavkat decided it was time for the fight to be over. Got behind him and did a damn standing rear naked choke. Not every day you see that.
Just fucking, yeah, he really just wanted to finish. I think everything's been a finish for him, right?
Oh, yeah, everything.
Yeah.
It's like he knew. He's like, all right, if I want to keep my finishing streak going, I've got to finish this guy. So he just got behind him and choked him. I mean, a guy that, missed, Jeff Neal, it was a great fight, but Jeff Neal did miss weight by like 4 pounds. But Shavkat is a big guy for that weight class. It feels like he's, he looks big when he's in there. 77-inch reach. I mean, he looks like a big welterweight.
Dude, he beat his ass. That shit. Well, I mean, Jeff Neal made a fucking. I mean, he started that fucking. What was it? Third. They did 3 rounds. Yeah, fucking started that third one out hot. Did they do 3 or 5?
No, it was 3.
It was 3. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Fucking, I was drinking a little that night. Yeah, no, fucking. At the end of the beginning of the third, Jeff Neal came out with some fucking heat, but Shavkat, dude, he ate him, and it's like he loved it. It's like fucking hit me more. I mean, I guess that's the case with a lot of motherfuckers, but he really seemed to fucking just keep on fire. Elbows and shit, just fucking straight to the fucking face. Just beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. No, he's a dude that loves to fight, man. He's a savage. And I mean, whoever they put against him next, I mean, it will not be he's not an easy fight for anybody, I don't think, so whoever fights him next, fucking good luck. Because he's a killer. Dana White enjoyed that fight so much that, typically if you miss weight, you're not eligible for a performance bonus. But he liked the fight so much, he gave Jeff Neal his performance bonus. He gave him his $50K. It was fight of the night, I believe. I mean, good on him. They put on a hell of a fight. And then after all these great fights we had 2 title fights to top off the night. It was crazy, felt crazy. It was just a stacked card, really, from top to bottom. Like I said, 2 new champions, including a new champion that I don't think anyone ever would have guessed. I mean, I don't know what the odds were when the Shevchenko Grasso, when that betting line closed out, but she was a heavy underdog. Grasso was heavy. Nobody was expecting her to win. I mean, and Shevchenko didn't look bad. That's really the thing. Like she looked good, like she always does. In my opinion, she's the second best female MMA fighter of all time. She looked good through. I mean, she won at least 2 of those rounds, at least the second and third round. She looked good. She just she threw a spinning kick there in the 4th round, and Grasso took her back and got the choke. And I mean, just upset everybody, upset Vegas, upset the fans there, everybody. Nobody expected her to win that title. Everybody doubted her, kind of like when Nunes fought Pena the first time, right? Like nobody thought Pena was going to beat her, but it happened. This is the same thing with a lot of these dominant champs. We've seen a lot of them fall recently. Izzy, Usman. A lot of these guys that look unbeatable taking L's, and you can add Shevchenko to that list. She just made a mistake. She fucked up. She fucked up throwing that spinning kick, and I even saw footage from Grasso in a training camp where they were practicing that same technique. Like they were anticipating that she might throw a kick like that, and they planned for Grasso to take her back, drag her down, and choke her out, and that's exactly what she did. Hats off to her. The UFC has another Mexican champion. We'll see him go down to Mexico at some point. It's like her, Brandon Moreno. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Am I missing somebody?
Shit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
There's a lot of damn champions. There's a lot of damn weight classes. I'll figure out if I'm missing somebody here in a minute, but I think they're going to do a rematch too. I think Dana White said he was open to it. I know Grasso said she was open to it. Yair Rodriguez is the interim featherweight champ, which is why I thought I might be missing somebody. I was like, I don't understand where I would be missing somebody. So you do. You have 2 Mexican-born champs, and then you have a Mexican-born interim champ. So a fight down in Mexico would be pretty cool. They love them down there. There was footage of Grasso getting off the plane, and there was mariachi there to greet her, and all these different fans and everything. It had to feel pretty good, I imagine. You listen to all the media. It's like nobody believes you're going to win this fight. You win. And then you come home and you celebrated like a hero. Fucking awesome. I don't know. It'll be fun to see him run it back.
We got so many. Next 2 months are just full of fucking great fights. I just was clicking around crazy. Fucking. I was wondering when Arnold Allen was going to fight again, because I was looking at fucking that weight class, the fucking featherweights, and I was looking at Yair, and I scrolled down. I was like, when's his next fucking thing coming up? April 15th with Max Holloway. That'll be fucking good.
Damn.
Fucking
God, we have so many great fights. We do have a lot of great fights coming up. We should talk about some of those coming up, because this next at least month and a half is just full of bangers, great fights. But the last fight of the night on Saturday, Jon Jones, maybe the greatest of all time according to Dana White. I have a hard time saying it because of the positive steroid test, but he returned after 3 years of laying off and dicking around and getting into God knows what. He comes back and he comes back and makes light work of Cyril Gane. I mean, I thought Jon Jones was going to win that fight. Tweeted it out before fight started. I had been saying it leading up to the week. I thought Jon Jones was going to win that fight. I didn't expect it to be quite that easy, though. I will say, you had all these great fights leading up to that one, and it was kind of underwhelming because Jon Jones did make light work out of him. I mean, finished him in 2 minutes? 2 minutes and some change, and just fucking submitted him.
Just ran through him. It was nothing. It was nothing. We didn't even get to see all the fucking training he's put in. It was like Cyril Gahn didn't seem to even put. I don't know. You saw the clip. I'm sure the fucking who was it? Fucking he was training with. Henry Cejudo or whatever.
Henry Cejudo,
yeah. He was like, he literally called it exactly like it was going to happen. Like he's going to overpower you right here, or you're not going to be able to move him because he's going to be against the fence. He's like, don't waste your fucking time. Switch over and fuck his shit up. And it's literally what he did. Just fucking went from right to left. Yeah. Just fucking, it was beautiful.
It's exactly what happened. Henry Cejudo is kind of a polarizing guy just because of how goofy he is and all the fucking shit he gets up to. But like, there's no doubt he has real high fight IQ. Like, he's a very intelligent fighter and he's a great fighter. I mean, 2-division UFC champion, gonna be coming back sometime this year, maybe, hopefully. I don't know if they've nailed that down yet, but no, they did. They nailed it down the other day, May 6th. Cejudo's going to fight Aljamain Sterling. He is also coming off a roughly 3-year layoff, and he was helping, train John Jones, who was coming off a 3-year layoff. And there were just all these questions, whether the ring rust would play a factor if, John had been away for too long, and, how he was going to deal moving up a weight class. I mean, how big Cyril Gahn was. I mean, I think John Jones weighed in a little heavier, but, Cyril Gahn's physique was a little more defined. There were just a lot of questions as to whether John Jones.
There's no one at heavyweight who can fucking begin to fuck with him. I'm hoping old fucking Tom Aspinall wins some shit and gets a chance, but I mean, Pavlovich maybe, fucking Stipe maybe, I don't know, but I mean, without fucking Francis there,
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get to see the Stipe fight. That's what's next on the agenda for John Jones. Dana White has already said wants to do it sometime this summer, I believe. I can't remember when exactly he said, but we're going to get to see John Jones fight the greatest UFC heavyweight of all time. And, a lot of people already call him the GOAT, everything like that. John Jones seems to think that he is. If he beats Stipe, I just don't really know how much more you can deny it. I mean, you just look at John Jones' resume, and it's just all these great fighters, just great fighters, all of them, pretty much. And he's beaten all of them. And he might get to add Stipe Miocic to that list. I don't know. It does feel good that he's back, though. It's like, it's kind of like Conor, whether you love him or hate him, the sport is different with him in it. There's nothing quite like when Conor McGregor, you hear that music hit and you see him walk to the octagon and you're like, oh, fuck, like we're actually going to get to see this. It's the same thing with John Jones because he does have these extended layoffs and, for one reason or another. When you finally see him come back, it feels like a whole different event. It's like the title is almost secondary to what's happening. It's like, never mind, it's a title fight. It's a John Jones fight, and yeah, I mean, I cannot wait for him to fight Stipe. Looked at some of the betting odds the other night. John Jones is opening as the favorite. He's really riding that wave. I think people are glad to see him back. And I don't even blame people, man. I mean, with the way he ran through Cyril Gahn, I mean, shit. He folded Cyril Gahn like a wet paper towel.
Yeah, that shit was honest. It was honestly pretty fucking disappointing. Not John Jones' performance or anything like that, but just really Cyril's performance. It was like fucking, you definitely don't belong here. It was fucking just disappointing. Not that he couldn't just beat the fuck out of me. I shouldn't be talking. I'm not trying to talk shit like that, But
yeah, yeah, no, I mean, like you said, it was kind of disappointing that we didn't get to see more of Jones's skill set. And I mean, shit, I thought it would at least be, I thought there was a good chance that it went into some like the third, fourth, fifth round maybe. And I thought Cyril Gahn had a decent opportunity to perform well in the first 2 rounds, because that's what happened with Francis, right? Like, he looked good the first 2 rounds, but then the last 3 rounds, Francis utilized some wrestling, which nobody was used to seeing, really. And just kind of got the job done, won the fight. Maybe not the most exciting way to win a fight, but Cyril Gahn clearly waned after those first 2 rounds. But man, it didn't even last 2 minutes with John Jones. And I mean, he spoke to it. He said he was just disappointed with how everything went. I mean, easy to imagine that he was. I don't know. Cyril Gahn is very clearly a talented fighter. I don't know. I think maybe he was tossed up into the higher ranks just a little too early. He also doesn't have a lot of pro MMA fights. He has, let me see. He's got 13 pro MMA fights. It's just a little early to be competing with guys like Francis, like John Jones, or, like somebody like Stipe Miocic, who's been here a long time, has, cemented himself as one of the greats. I don't doubt that Cyril Gahn gives a lot of people in the heavyweight division problems, but John Jones just is not one of those people. It'll be fucking fun to watch that Jones Miocic fight. That'll be great. And even before that fight, we have a whole lot of great shit coming up. We have so many good fights coming our way this weekend. Petr Yan and Merab Dvalishvili are going to fight. I know you're fucking excited. Petr Yan's a great, he's just such a great fighter. He's so fun to watch.
He's a fucking artist, dude. It's beautiful. You just fucking, the way he just walks, it's just, I don't know. I love watching him fight. He's such a good fucking striker. It's beautiful.
It really is great to watch him fight. You also have to imagine that he's going to come in there. I mean, Merab is a tricky fighter in his own right. I mean, this is by no means like an easy win for Petr Yan. I mean, Merab is tough, and he's a guy that likes to utilize his wrestling, and he's not an easy fighter. But Petr Yan has had 2 back-to-back controversial split decisions, against Sterling and with O'Malley. I personally thought that Yan won both of those fights. I didn't think it was a complete, he didn't just completely beat the brakes off of him, but I thought he did, win those 2 fights. You have to imagine he's going to be coming into this fight, looking to finish it. I don't imagine he's going to be looking for a decision win. I think he's going to want to keep it out of their hands. God, that one is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be good. There's a lot of good fighters on that card, too. There's just, like Alexander Volkov and Alexander Romanov, Nikita Krylov and Ryan Spann. Just a lot of good fights there. Like we were talking about earlier, the week after that, Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, 3rd time they're fighting, title fight. That one's going to be a great one. That's also the same card that has Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev on it. Crazy fight for the lightweight division. Hard to name that many fighters in the UFC that are more exciting to watch than Justin Gaethje. I'll tune into every single one of his fights. We were talking about the middleweight division too. Marvin Vettori and Roman Dolidze are also on that card. 2 top. I don't know if they're both top 10, but they're both top 15, I believe. So, that'll shake some things up. Fucking, who do we have after that? Oh yeah, that's the Chito Vera and Corey Sandhagen card. That fight's going to be crazy. 2 of the top bantamweight guys. I would imagine that the winner of that fight will probably go on to fight the winner of Cejudo and Sterling. That one's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be here in San Antonio. Would be nice if I could get my fucking car back so that I could drive to the AT&T Center and watch it. That sure would be nice.
Shit.
God,
I'm about to have to hop off here. I got some shit I got to head to. We're coming up on the hour, so fucking yeah. What kind of fucking closing remarks can we hit before we fucking dip?
No, man, I think that's it. No. It's just we just got a whole lot of great fights coming up. This whole this whole next month and a half, 2 months is just full of just great MMA fights. So probably going to see some more episodes with us talking about them after they happen. There's just so many. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's such a great sport. It's I've said it before. I think it is the best sport. I like football. I like basketball. I like all that kind of stuff, but it really is hard to beat MMA. There's nothing. I mean, they lock two dudes in a cage and have them fight each other. What could possibly be better than that? But I think we'll close it out there. Don't know what's going to happen on this episode next week, but follow the podcast on @Bonfire Brief Pod for updates and everything like that. We're out.